Okay, today we are going to do a towing test for the Acura ZDX. I'm going to tow this 18-foot boat. It's an old boat. Please excuse the appearance. But anyway, we're going to tow this down. I don't know, it's probably about a 25 to 30 minute drive. I will have the distance and the range in further along in the video, and we're going to see how much range we lose towing this boat. This boat is probably, I don't know, it's probably 2,000 pounds by itself. The trailer's maybe, I don't know, another 1,000, 1,500. It's definitely going up to around the what the limit is of the car for towing, which is 3,500 pounds. I did tow this around the block, and it towed great. Like no issues whatsoever. Power is great. Felt solid pulling it. I'm going from this from a car that I had a Mitsubishi Outlander, which was definitely below what it should be for towing for this thing. It got the job done for many years, but it did not like any type of hills that we would encounter. And the weight of the car, you know, it was much safer to have a car towing that's within the range. So we are going to see how much we lose today. And my Mitsubishi Outlander was a plug-in hybrid, and it definitely lost range. You know, it's mostly gas, and the range on it's very limited. It's only like 20 miles of electric range. But we would tow that 30 to 40 minutes to a boat ramp, and it would significantly lose range in that gas hybrid engine. So we're going to see how this compares, but this is also a more powerful car. So towing the boat, we're going to start with 213 miles of range. It's not fully charged, and I'm pretty confident. I'm not worried about that. But the marina is 22 miles away, about 36 minutes going through a small town where we live. Got to navigate some lights and so forth, and go over one bridge to get to the river that we keep the boat at. But we're at 213, and once again, the marina is 22 miles. So we will see what we're at mileage-wise when we get there, and see what kind of range loss we had by towing this boat. So I wanted to recap towing my boat to the marina with my Acura ZDX and what the results were. So my car had 213 miles of range on it when I started, and my boat, looking up the specs, the boat is about 1,900 pounds by itself, and we'll just estimate a trailer is about 1,000 pounds. So, you know, let's say we're at about 2,900 pounds, and started at 213 miles of range with the ZDX, and the trip to the marina was 22 miles. And it's rolling terrain where I live in Maryland, and I had to go through a town. And what I noticed, really, you really see range drop when you're doing stop starts, when you're towing. So, and I noticed this when I was towing with my previous hybrid vehicle as well. You really lose range when you were taking off from a light. So, you know, we probably went through 6 or 7 lights and stop signs, maybe 10 in total. And you really see a drop in those moments when you're cruising on the road, you know, at like 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour. The range drop isn't too bad. So, you know, it really depends on where you're towing, how fast you're going on the road. If you're, you know, towing like semi-rural roads, 50 mile an hour speed limits, not a lot of stops. The range is probably, I'm gonna guess it's maybe a 40% reduction, could be 30. But with my range, so I had mentioned the trip to the marina was 22 miles. And when I got to the marina, I had used about 50 miles of range. So that is just over a 50% loss of efficiency. And like I said, a lot of that, you know, was in those stop-start moments. I mean, you 0 to 60, you'd see five miles right there, almost in some situations, depending on if it was downhill or uphill or whatever. Overall, though, towing, the car towed great. It handled the boat just fine. No, you know, power was fine. The car wasn't struggling at all. Handled much better than my previous crossover, which was Outlander. You know, and it's not rated. The Outlander was, you know, no offense to the Outlander, wasn't rated, you know, for towing as much as this does. This is a significantly more powerful car. The Outlander is only 200 some horsepower. This is 490. So significant difference. And overall, you know, it towed great. So I would say to people out there that are skeptical about towing with an EV, you're going to lose range just like you're going to lose range in a ICE vehicle. Maybe a little bit more for sure. I think I've read, you know, towing a boat with an ICE car, you might lose 40 to 50. I was definitely over 50 in my distance. All depends though on terrain, stop, start, things like that. There's a lot of factors in there. But it got the job done. It suits my needs. I only need to drive this boat to a marina. We have a slip, and I put this thing in once and take it out once a year. I have a lighter trailer that I can use for just, you know, going to the store and getting, you know, whatever at a store, like an appliance or something. Much less weight there. I would say, you know, that range is probably going to be, or that decrease in efficiency is going to be much less, you know, towing something. So it's all relevant to what you're pulling, but overall pretty satisfied. I would not believe all the, you know, the hype about, oh, EVs can't tow, they're terrible. I mean, they're probably not quite as good as a big truck pulling a boat for sure. I'm not gonna, you know, doubt that whatsoever. But they can get the job done. It's just not something you want to take on a long haul trip. I mean, you know, if you're pulling an RV, you need a big truck. I mean, that's all there is to it. And those pulling an RV really, they don't get good mileage either. I mean, all you gotta do is look online, and anytime you're pulling any amount of weight, it's basic physics. You're going to lose a significant amount of range because you're putting a lot of strain on the, you know, whatever the drive type is you have in your vehicle. So anyway, I just wanted to give a summary of what it was like towing with my 2024 Acura ZDX, and it was decent. Thanks.